Hey guys, it's been a minute, but I'm back. It's Juanita with a Hua, and with one more month down in 2019, here's another one of our monthly rundowns. This is the top 25 PC and console games for February, and they're all arranged by their Play Score. The Play Score is an average of gamer and critic ratings, and when a game only reaches the minimum requirement of critic or gamer reviews, it receives a provisional Play Score. Let's get this rolling with 25 Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 2. The official Monster Energy Supercross game gets a sequel, and it's still about as decent as the last one. After a passable but lackluster debut in 2018, this year's installment has a slew of new features. They changed the game for the better with the introduction of the compound and the improved career mode. It also amps the accuracy of their simulation, which almost makes up for some of presentational shortcomings. It has a play score of 7.41 on the PS4, 6.93 on the Xbox One, and a provisional play score of 7.68 on the Switch. 24 OlliOlli Switch Stance. Still considered one of the most addicting side-scrolling sports platformers on the 3DS, OlliOlli skates into the Switch with its twofold bundle. Switch Stance will include the first game as well as the equally exciting sequel, Welcome to Ollywood. While it's been criticized for a half-pipe learning curve, it still stands as an excellent, if not masochistic, platformer for the Switch, with a provisional play score of 7.72. Number 23, The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. THQ Nordic and King Art makes a return to the world of Avantasia with a sequel to this point-and-click adventure. First released in 2015, this Switch port reintroduces us to Wilbur, Evo, Nate, and Critter as they embark on quests in a magical world of war, romance, and political intrigue. Bogged down by its slow movement and odd puzzle designs, it makes up for it with its hilarious characters and interesting storylines. A provisional score of 7.75. Sliding into 22, Yakuza Kiwami, the remake to Sega's open-world action-adventure set in Japan. Once a PlayStation exclusive, it finally comes to the PC to positive reviews. A remake of the PlayStation 2 game, this port has brought some of its age along with it. Fortunately, it doesn't steal much from the spotlight of its original charm. Adding some tweaks to liven up an already awesome game, it's still a pretty impressive port, and it earns a rating of 7.77. 21 City of Brass. Jumping off from itchy trigger fingers, this title from Uppercut Games aims to put your light-fingeredness to the test. From the senior developers of BioShock, this first-person action-adventure was first released on the PC and consoles, where it was mostly panned for its hefty price tag and iffy controls. Critic reviews on the Switch have been positive though, praising the game for its roguelike elements and the crack of their whip. It has a rating of 7.78. 20 Spinortality. A cyber simulation at heart, Spinortality lets you play the other side of the revolution coin by putting you at the heart of an evil global megacorporation. Mastermind stock market crashes, forward automation in place of human workers, or rig the next developing nation's elections. All with a click of a button. All of this is presented in their sleek UI that never fails to update you on your latest bad deed. Entertaining for the most part, but needs a little bit more options. It gets a score of 7.79. Number 19, The Lego Movie 2 video game. This video game adaptation of Warner Bros.' awesome animated comedy is back for more Lego hijinks. Set after the events of the second movie, Emmett and friends go beyond their world to save their friends from alien monsters. Getting its first scores on the PlayStation 4, this Lego installment has some polarizing reviews, getting high ratings from users and scathing ones from critics. Not the best for the Master Builder. It has a play score of 7.84. Number 18, Stellaris Console Edition. Just one out of their many successful lines of grand strategy games, Paradox Development Studios has brought the richness of their diverse alien races to the consoles. Delivering the goods to an underserved market of strategists, Stellaris fits right in on the PS4 and Xbox One, offering a vast universe of story and discovery in a convenient package. There is nothing quite like it yet. It receives provisional play scores of 7.95 on the PS4 and 7.76 on the Xbox One. 17 Trials Rising. This is the first new title in the Trials series since 2014's Trials Fusion. Entering the 2.5 dimension, Rising opens up new horizons for Trials enthusiasts. and that's especially true with their fresh exotic locations and numerous track offerings. But the numbers aren't the only thing that's impressive, it's the level of creativity in each one. The whole package of quantity and quality. It has the highest score on the Xbox One with a provisional rating of 7.97. 16 God Eater 3. The latest installment of Bandai Namco's hit post-apocalyptic JRPG brings us to an unrecognizable Earth. Populated by hostile Arigamis, it's once again our task to rid home of the invading threat. The curtain call to a popular series, it's not the most memorable ending. Critics complain against their dull interactions, distorted storytelling, and lack of innovations. On the other hand, it did get a lot of praise from challenge-seeking fans for the vast improvements since the last title. It gets a rating of 7.99 on the PS4 and 7.56 on the PC. Number 15, BlazBlue Central Fiction Special Edition. This installment of the award-winning fighting game arrives on the Switch with style. Perhaps the definitive edition of their fourth game. Not only does this special edition contain all of its DLCs, it also has more than 40 hours of storyline, which means it ties up all of the loose ends of the original for that sweet, satisfying finale. Already a captivating 2D fighter, experience it all on the Switch with a provisional play score of 8.07. 14. Devotion. Here's a controversial one. A horror game from a Taiwanese developer, Devotion has been scaring people shitless on Steam since its very recent release. While it has earned acclaim from various reviewers for its well-paced scares and tight story, Devotion sadly disappeared off the face of Steam since its Winnie the Pooh meme sparked backlash from Chinese gamers, probably aware of its mocking undertones against sitting President Xi Jinping. Currently unavailable on Steam, if you're looking for a good scare, it's out there online with a provisional play score of 8.08. 13. Eastshade. Whew, after getting our pants stained in that last entry, Eastshade Studios' atmospheric game is the perfect palate cleanser. With an open world that's ripe for exploration, Eastshade is just one incredible beauty to the next. Playing as a traveling painter, roam around their scenic environments, make friends, and capture the beauty that their world provides. A canvas for painting, talking, and all-out relaxation, Eastshade is a beautifully enveloping experience, technical warts and all, and has a play score of 8.09. 12. Far Cry New Dawn. It looks like it all turned out decent for Far Cry's latest installment, at least on some of the platforms. It's set in the same Hope County we knew from Far Cry 5, albeit with a nuclear blossom 17 years after. Most of the concern pre-release was about rehashed mechanics and sights. Some of those did come true, as New Dawn is packed with the same familiar Far Cry gameplay with some new features attached. The consensus seems to be that if you loved Far Cry 5, it is still worth the pickup. It has a play score of 8.14 on the PS4, 7.73 on the Xbox One, and 7.49 on the PC. 11. Etrian Odyssey Nexus. Etrian's last game for the 3DS is nothing less than magical. The sixth mainline title to Atlus award-winning RPG, it brings us back to an adventure to the world tree Yggdrasil, this time by the orders of Princess Persephone. Combining the strengths of their past titles, Nexus serves up a grand dose of RPG action with 19 playable classes and a grand standalone story. Another good reason to return to the 3DS, as it has a play score of 8.15. 10. Tetris 99. Did somebody just say Tetris Battle Royale? The Switch is getting some love with its polygonal warfare from developer Arika. Nintendo's free-to-play Tetris game faces you off with 99 players. Just like any VR game, last one standing wins. So utilize your fancy T-spins and other tricks to dominate the battlefield and be the champion amongst these shapes. It receives a provisional play score of 8.19. 9. Salt and Sanctuary. Who could ever forget this Souls-like adventure game? Ska Studios' fourth game is a cleverly crafted 2D action RPG that will challenge amateur players with the brutal difficulty of its Metroidvania action. Despite inspiring a number of comparisons with Castlevania and Dark Souls, Salt and Sanctuary is its own magic. It becomes an addictingly visceral adventure with its combination of complex combat and seamless animation. Gather and craft up to 600 pieces of armor, weapons, and spells and use them to survive the doom and gloom world. Initially released on Steam, the game has reached the Xbox One community and received a play score of 8.26. Numero 8, Exmorph Defense. Exar Studios' unique fusion of this top-down shooter with tower defense elements lets you invade Earth with your massive horde of extraterrestrial wonders. Use a variety of destructive weapons and select from different types of alien towers. Once it's all set, throw yourself into the heat of battle. As an Exmorph, terraform the surface by harvesting the planet's resources. Time to defend these alpha aliens from the waves of incoming human forces. It's a pretty fun twist to the mainstream genre, and it receives a provisional play score of 8.28. Number 7, Dirt Rally 2.0. Play the pros and the real-life tracks of Barcelona, Montalegre, Hell, Silverstone, and more in this leading race game in the market. Offering stunning environments from 6 global locations, it's by far the best of the series. Experience a spectacular racing adventure filled with realistic visuals, atmospheric soundtrack, and various vehicles to choose from. And though it has its flaws, the game still shines with a provisional play score of 8.28 on the PC, 8.18 on the PS4, and 8.04 on the X1. Number 6, Steins Gate Elite. Taking snippets from the successful anime adaptation, 5PB's upcoming visual novel game will be a fully animated adventure game. Forgoing the standard visual novel format, this is the first of the entire series. Injecting the vibrance of their 24-minute episodes, this latest entry will also feature new routes never before seen in the anime. It's a fully remastered version of the first Steins Gate title, creating a fully immersive world with various endings depending on your choices. It scores an 8.28 on the PS4 and 8.11 on the Switch. Entering top 5, Angry Birds VR Isle of Pigs. Rovio is still not done with her Angry Birds craze. Developed and published by Resolution Games, go on a virtual reality trip with the amazing angry avians of the franchise. Gone are the days when we use our mobile devices to fling these pesky critters to the air. The best thing about this VR adventure is its simplicity. With the 4 iconic birds, play the game the way it was meant to be played using game's simple controls, but with an added VR twist. It's only available on the PC with Oculus and Vive. It receives a rating of 8.29. Number 4, Yokai Watch 3. Before the legendary new Pokemon titles came out, let's head back to the other successful RPG series on the Nintendo 3DS. Level 5 answers to the demands with another installment of the adorably energetic Yokai Watch series. Spawned from the perfect formula for a long-lasting series, Yokai Watch revolves around making friends and summoning to battle the feline-like versions of Japanese yokai. It has a play score of 8.37. Number 3, Wargroove. From the publishers behind the adorable indie farming simulator Stardew Valley, Chucklefish comes out of their picturesque farms and into the world of turn-based tactics. Inspired by the 2001 tactical classic Advanced Wars, they bring back their signature retro pixel aesthetics to reintroduce the turn-based genre through their detailed sprites, memorable characters, and inviting storyline. Not to mention, it's paired with Chucklefish's style with a mesmerizing soundtrack to accompany the game's many campaigns. It receives a play score of 8.40 on the Switch, 8.07 on the PC, and 7.58 on the X1. Numero 2, Metro Exodus. The sudden and controversial switch from Steam to the Epic stroke makes no difference when we're talking about Deep Silver's post-apocalyptic first-person survival shooter. The nuclear winter is no longer a threat, and it's up to Artyom and his band of brothers to bring back civilization outside the metro. Danger lurks in every corner as the game improves on all fronts with new features that makes irradiated Russia feel alive. Explore its semi-open world and rebuild a new frontier for humanity amidst the mutated creatures and radioactive mess. It has a play score of 8.42 on the PC, 8.48 on the PlayStation 4, and 8.05 on the Xbox One. Okay, before we reveal our number 1, you can discover your next favorite game in our website, that's whattoplay.com. The link is on the top right corner and of course in our description box. Number 1, Apex Legends. Nothing like good old Battle Royale game again. Respawn gets inside the BR bandwagon in this fast-paced, hero-based first-person shooter. Be the last one standing and strive for that champion title as you take down an arena full of 33 squad teams. Choose from a growing list of characters with unique abilities that let you manipulate the battlefield. In its initial week of release, it gained a whopping 25 million players. Let's hope this doesn't distract us from Titanfall 3's inevitable release. It has a provisional play score of 8.67 on the PC and a rating of 8.66 on the PlayStation 4. And so those were the top 25 titles of February. If you love this video, give us a quick like, share, and subscribe to become certified What2 players. Till next time, that's what's what only here at What2Play, and I'm out.